truck in a box Dodge of Scott Steckly. Interesting to see him not using the air cooling vent in the top of the helmet.
Well, the other thing that we see when we're on board there is you've seen these new transmissions are clutchless. They don't even lift on the throttle, just shift as they go. Years ago when I raced here, you had to clutch the thing to make it live throughout the day.
You can hear Trevor Siebert going down through the gears as he heads through turn 8. Jeff Lapsevich started in the back row. We're now running in the 17th position, just ahead of Pierre Bourque as we ride on board with Bourque. Beautiful looking machine. You're really busy in the cockpit here, aren't you? You see the hands moving down on the gear shift, your feet moving as well, but you really don't have time to rest, do you?
No, this is a very, very busy racetrack. You're making many shifts throughout the lap, and just watch when he goes in the corner. You got to correct the car, you got to reach over, you got to shift, you got to keep an eye on the mirror. Drivers are very busy here.
And these cars aren't like those road racing cars you see in Le Mans or something like that. They don't have a whole lot of downforce to stick these cars to the ground.
Well, these cars are very pretty and very aerodynamic, but they have no downforce devices whatsoever.
And that's why they move around, just like DJ Kennington did going into 5A. He's trying to dive it off that corner. Now he gets loose onto the Mario Andretti straight. That's allowing Don Thompson Jr. to open up a little bit of a gap.
Oh, you gotta love that. He was just pulling high gear. He's got that old Dodge stuck in the draft there. But Don Thompson got a better drive off the corner. Remember I was talking about the exit to 5 really gets you up this straightaway.
Good run for Anthony Simoni in the Crown Modular. Number 95, there you see that plug in the overflow tube still flapping out of the back of the Castrol Dodge of DJ Kennington. Again, NASCAR and the team really not concerned about it. They're going to let it fly until the first pit stop. And we look back to a battle for 8th position.
Well, that's 3 Dodges. That's Whitlock and the 39-9 Mark Tilley. Both those cars out of the same stable. And then the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. right behind.
You got to think Beauchamp's just going to try and keep his nose clean here today in the Mopar Dodge. He comes in with a scant 9-point lead in the Castrol points chase. So, you know, he just wants to get a finish here. Oh, we got big problems, and it's the 40 of Joey Hanssen hard off in turn 8. The Prime Champ Dodge is stuck into that tire wall. The window net is coming down.
Well, that's good news. The window net's coming down. The power's still on. You can hear the fans running inside the car. He is moving around, so he is in a little bit of distress, but probably more shook up than anything. That's a very high-speed corner where he went off.
Now, Joey Hanssen looking like he's in a little bit of discomfort there in turn 8. Obviously, a full-course caution here in the Dickies 200. The tire wall doing its job here as we'll take another look at it.
Boy, that car didn't slow down. You can hear Joey in the background trying to talk to his crew, telling him what happened. He was in discomfort for sure. But you come up over that hill, you try and get third gear, and if you start to wheel hop, the thing never gets back under control. Watch this. Here we go. Across the grass, on the asphalt. He's hard in the brake, but the thing's not slowing down. Like the throttle maybe hung a little bit, and into the tire barrier. That was a very hard hit.
On board Pierre Bourque. There you can see a puff of smoke. He's hard on the brakes there, but it's just unable to grab. So the safety team is on scene, led by Blaine Bates from NASCAR. Blaine sawing the top of the car off. Actually, Blaine's daughter Leslie, part of our production team here today. And we are under caution. Todd's in the pits.
Jason Hathaway making another stop in the number 3 Snap-on Tools Dodge. They still have not located that power steering problem, guys. They thought they were down on fluid. They had a look, and he's got plenty of fluid, but still having difficulty with the handling of that car. But with an extended caution period, they're going to have time to try and make that diagnosis.
Well, the top coming off of Joey's car, as we're being told, Joey is okay, badly shaken up, but no serious injuries have occurred. We'll be back here from Mosport with Andrew Ranger, your leader. Welcome back to the Dickies 200 here at Mosport. We're under a red flag at race number 3 of the 2009 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. The field is stopped at the end of the front straight as workers repair the tire barrier at turn number 8, and the medical crew transports Joey Hanssen to the care facility here at Mosport.
And that's Sean Sabera from NASCAR standing by to get more news from the medical staff on Joey's condition.
Well, the safety team actually cut the top off the roll cage just to get Joey out of the car as safely as possible.
That car there is pretty much scrapped, but it did its job. The car and all the other safety measures that NASCAR has put in place helped the young man get out of that race car without any serious injuries, at least what we believe not to have any serious injuries.
So the car's sitting stopped, their engine's off. An onboard shot there from Robin Buck in the 66. Let's send it over to Todd Lewis, who's on the radio, to Scott Steckly, who's sitting in second. Todd?
Scott Steckly, Todd Lewis of Pit Lane. Have you got me okay?
Yeah, I got you, Todd.
Scott, thanks for talking to us. We've only had a couple of green flag laps. Can you give us an assessment of what your car's doing and how the track conditions are?
The track's a bit slippery out here in the sun. Our car's pretty good. We're just cruising to, we want to make all 51 laps. We're not being too hard on the car yet. Just doing everything we can to get this Canadian Tire tow truck to the box car to the winner's circle.
How does this long delay affect you and your tactics towards getting to the front?
We're just going to ride here for a while, stay with Andrew, see if he makes any mistakes, see where his weak points are, and see if I can get by him somewhere.
Scott, thanks a lot for this. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Todd.
We'll be back with more from Mosport International Raceway right after this.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series presented by Mobil 1. The pace car heads to pit road. Andrew Ranger and his number 27 tied Walmart Ford Fusion leads the pack back to green here on lap 11 of 51.
Well, this is road course only restarts, Dave. Single file all the way back through the field. I'll tell you, when you restart 15th or 16th here, she's a long ways back.
Steckly had a good jump. He got up to the back bumper. The 27 couldn't do anything through corner number 1. Don Thompson Jr. now sitting in third in the Home Hardware Chevy Impala.
Kerry Mix, no stranger to victory lane at Mosport either. He's right there behind Thompson.
Riding on board with your second place runner, Scott Steckly. And Todd's got an update from Joey Hanssen's pit. Todd?
Guys, let's get the update on Joey Hanssen from his crew chief, Kenny Forth. You've seen Joey and talked with him. Give us the update on how Joey is feeling and what happened, if you can shed any light on that.
Joey's in good spirits, and everything's good. He's awake and alert, and he's just going to Bowmanville Hospital for further evaluation, and everything looks good. We don't know what happened. We don't know if something broke. He had a hard hit in the wall, and for a Prime Champ, he was doing really good. The Prime Champ car was working great, and we just don't know what happened yet. We haven't seen anything yet, so.
Tough break that the car is out early, but so good to hear that Joey Hanssen is all right.
And some dust down you can see as they power down the back straightaway. Battle for the lead. Steckly on the outside. That oil dry is down because of an oil leak on the 67 of Thorndike, and Steckly takes over the lead.
Steckly used the draft perfectly coming up there. He jumped out at the right time and left the... Oh! Andrew Ranger into the back of the 22. That's not very sportsmanlike. The 22 passed him ultra clean down the backstretch. And look at this. NASCAR's got to speak up.
Again, Andrew Ranger into the back of the Canadian Tire Dodge Avenger, Scott Steckly. Now Don Thompson Jr. is going to take a look, but he'll have to back off going into quarter number 1. 37 laps to be completed here in Mosport, so still plenty of racing left to be completed. However, the drivers are looking like it's the last couple laps.
Well, I'll tell you this, you know what? The 27's pretty fortunate it's Scott Steckly because he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. If that happened to be Kerry Mix or one of them other guys, we'd pick that car out of the cornfield someplace over in the backstretch.
And speaking of Kerry Mix, some smoke coming from the right rear of the 02 BDI Ford Fusion, so we'll keep an eye on that as we ride along with Robin Buck, sitting in 7th.
Up in the Moss corner, look at this nice even corner. The 27 is looking pretty smooth. Oh, what do we got here? It's the 84 J.R. Fitzpatrick making his way to the front. That was for 7th spot. He got around Robin Buck.
Yeah, Buck's going to chase him up the Mario Andretti straight. You can see again that oil dry just providing a little bit of dust. 3 wide down the back chute. Thompson on the inside. Steckly was in the middle. DJ Kennington backed off wisely in that Castrol Dodge. But they're still dicing for it. Down into 8. Kerry Mix is going to pick up a spot. Steckly drops a couple down the back chute.
We talk about Kerry Mix, really good competitor, not afraid to get on the loud pedal at all down the backstretch, and he's hard on Thompson right now.
So Mix battling for 2nd spot as the crews look on. 15 laps in the books. Ranger continues to lead.